Hey people, it's Kelly of printprayslay, and I am here, really here today because I had something to show you. And if I did top down table view, it would have been a whole bunch of me talking, and you just would have saw my hands because I don't plan on doing anything until after I explain what this is. So I'm excited to share this new journal. Yes, a new journal. I am looking over there in my corner where all of my happy planners are, and no lie, if you saw my video, I had like over 20 happy planners. That probably is way more now since that video is probably like 2 years old. So yes, I have a new journal, but it's completely different. But first, I do want to explain one happy planner. So I have this happy planner. It's very small, nothing really exciting about it. On the outside, it looks like a regular little mini happy notes. However, I live by Air Force Base, so helicopters. Um, so let me explain what's in this. This is considered my brain dump happy planner. I'll show you a top down table view of it really quick, but it had like, I don't want to say random things, but yeah, it has some random things in it, some plans. I got my summer plans in here, some quotes that I live by, some like what am I going to do with my deck. It says future deck, but the deck is right there. I can see it. It's right there. I wish I could shoot some videos out there, but it's like really, it's not good for videos, like windy and stuff like that. Keeping track of my shop sales, physical products that I want to launch, a whole bunch of stuff. It's just a brain dump. I also have a log that I keep electronically on Google Sheets for Print Pray Slay to tell me like what kits I'm gonna do at what time and things like this. I know you see something in my hand, right? Let me just get to that, right? Because that's probably what you saw in the thumbnail and what you're here for. So I love this as a brain dump, especially since I can take stuff out. That's the main reason why I like, love, and rock with Happy Planner, which I always and forever will. So this is not going away. However, I just saw this little journal and oh my goodness, it is just so unique. Okay, so it's very little. It's a 6x4. It is a hand stitch vintage journal. I don't do vintage, but I had to do this. So I'm going to show you what it is, but I wanted to explain it to you face to face because otherwise, again, it's just going to be me flipping through blank pages because I did nothing in this journal yet. But I have art supplies out. Like you'll see that when I do the video. I'm going to show you everything that I plan on using just to test it out right now and see how this goes. But this is a leather bound journal. It has the stitching right here and it has like a little key wrap and all of that. It's really unique and really neat. I will give you the link to where I got this from because it comes in other colors. Like this is the color that I was most attracted to. I really wanted the navy blue, but it didn't have the character marks that I wanted. Well, I thought that were going to come because I didn't order it, but from the pictures, it looked like the blue was more of a sleek leather, and I wanted like an aged type leather, so I got the turquoise. But there's green, pink, all type of stuff. Yeah, black, of course, brown. So I settled on this color, and if as you can see, like the pages are kind of worn. This is not even paper; it's cotton. Oh my goodness, it's cotton. It feels like linen kind of, but it's like a cotton, a soft paper type situation. I saw the process of how it's made, and it's amazing. It's made by hand, like 100% by hand. Um, it has the marks as if this is straight out of like 400 years ago. Like that's what it looks like. So I know you're like, so what do you need it for? Need? It's funny because I teach the difference between needs and wants to my scholars. And yes, I needed this. So I needed it one because it was super unique. I also needed it because it was 19. Well, this one was in 1999. The brown is 1999. This one was 21. But I was like, a little extra dollars to get the color that I wanted. So what am I using it for? I didn't know when I bought it. I know. That's like the worst thing. But I have a plan for it now, and that is what I want to share with you all. So I have this notebook. Oh, I forgot to grab it. I'm going to grab it when I switch to top down table view. Um, it is my quotes journal, and I had it for years. I have quotes from my husband when we were in college. It's like quotes from movies, quotes from all of that. So this is not going to just be a quotes journal. What it is actually called is a commonplace journal. Okay, so things that I've learned, because right now I'm taking, and I'm looking at the book, I have adolescent psychology, and is this education? Educational psychology. So I'm taking 2 psychology classes right now to get my certification for teaching. If you don't know, I'm also a high school teacher, and I must be certified. In order to be certified, I have to know how the ins and outs of little brains work. So I'm taking those 2 classes, and I can take notes on what I learned in here. Not everything, like it's not going to be full of psychology. It's just like, oh man, that piqued my interest. I would love to remember that one day. And it's like, where do you put that stuff? Like, where do you put, like, oh man, that was a good quote, or wow, I never felt like this. Let me record that feeling. Let me record that picture, or whatever the case may be. I don't necessarily want to clutter it with a whole bunch of one thing. I think mostly in this book will be quotes, because I watch a lot of movies, listen to a lot of lyrics and songs and things, and they really do touch me and make me feel a certain way. Whether it be like from one side of joy and happiness to sad to angry, whatever the case may be. Like I'm a documentary nerd, so docu-nerd, that's what I am. And so I watch a lot of documentaries that have a lot of stats in it. Those stats are really interesting to me. Of course, like I teach financial literacy, so everything that's going on with the recession is interesting to me. Just a commonplace for things that pique my interest can live, and I can flip that back through it and smile and remember what I learned. It's just a good place to have a whole bunch of gibbets. So that's what I plan on doing. The difference between this and this is that this is my brain dump. This is my raw information of, I want to clean the house. Let me map out how I'm going to clean the house. That's not about to go in here. She too cute. Okay, she too cute for that. You cute too. Okay, but I want my brain dump to be separate. Now, there are things in here that like may transfer over into here, because in the middle of a brain dump, I may think of an inspirational quote to help me clean that kitchen. Okay, so I might like love that quote so much that it makes it into here. But this is considered my commonplace journal. If I did not give you enough detail on what that is, you can definitely look at other videos and they will explain it, because it's a thing. It really is. I'm not going to say it's something like a movement or anything, but many people have these different sizes, different styles. Of course, mine will be more artistic because of the pages. I'm going to see how it takes the watercolor. I've seen other people watercolor with this particular journal. I have acrylic paints, all the jazz up in here. Markers, yes. So I'm going to see what works in here. Lint. I wonder if it came off this journal, since it's like, cotton stuff. I'm going to see what works in here and then determine the flow. I am always nervous about using my first page because I don't know the style. Because I like a journal to be cohesive, which is why I like Happy Planner. If it's not cohesive, I can just take the page out, put it in a different journal, and then my flow can be there. That's what happened with my scripture writing plan. I started off with just watercolor on page, and it was beautiful, but then I really, really love collaging. So now all of my scripture writing pages are of collages. I wouldn't be able to do that in here. Taking this apart will be a beast. It is hand stitched. It has a couple notebooks in here. I'm going to do that kind of situation. I'm going to explain all of that when I open it up and show it to you. If you are interested in this particular journal, I have the link below on where I got it from. I don't think it was a sale. I think that is the price, but you cannot beat $21.99 for this journal. Like, it's leather. So, yeah. Let's flip it over. And if I have anything else that I want to share, I will do that. I will come with my other quote journal so you can see kind of what's going to happen in here, or what I'm thinking is going to happen in here, because this journal can take on its own little thing. So I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like on the inside. I'm so excited about it. All right, let me see. Oh, and this is a close up. This is what it looks like. Look at the pages. All right. Okay, hey people, we're on another view, and this is what he looks like. See all the little scratches and everything. Okay, so I know you're like, what are these other 2 journals? So this journal is something that I very well could have used as my commonplace journal, and I just remember that I had it. So if you do not have to go out and buy something and you can use what you already have, you can very well do that. However, I was excited to get this. Like when this thing came in the mail, and it only took like 2-3 days. I was like, what? So yeah. But this is a TN. Okay, so it has a little pocket here. I actually acquired this from the Black Women Who Plan and Create conference. Like their first conference ever was in Silver Spring, and I live near Silver Spring, so which is in Maryland. So I got these inserts came from my friend Sandy. She has a shop. I'll link her shop below as well. But I could have used this. I could have, and it'd have been. I can very well just take this out. Like if I needed another insert, I could have took this out. I can put another insert in here. It has room for another one. Again, my friend Sandy made these inserts, so I very well could have asked her, hey, you got one more I can put in here? Right here. And then right here if I needed to. So this may be my second commonplace journal. We'll see how this one goes. And I'm already familiar with this type of paper, so I would know how to use this paper. And these inserts are gorgeous. You got plain paper, lined paper, and then dot grid paper. So if you are interested in that from Sandy, I'll link her shop below, like I said. But I just wanted to show you that, I did have something else that I could have used, but I forgot all about this journal. It was sitting right beside my bed with this one. And this one I am familiar with. I don't know why I forgot about this one. But you have been replaced because I'm using this. So this is my first quote journal. All right. Not that many pages, not a lot going on. When you see the inside, you're gonna be like, okay. So again, I always don't use the first page. I don't know what it is. I never use the first page. Okay, so it looks like I didn't use the first 3 pages in there, to be honest. Look at the date, y'all. 2003. All right, so this is a quote from Busta Rhymes, DMX, 1998. What is that? Epic. I don't even know how to read my own handwriting. Sharon Stone. The Bible of John 1:1-4. My friend Bobby in 2004. My friend Latia. This is I was in the marching band at Morgan State University. That is our slogan type of thing. Richard Gere in the movie. Lil' Kim, Homer Simpson, Jack Nicholson, 2003. So Thumper and Bambi. So you can see there's quotes and everything. I mean the quotes come from different places. This is what I said. Remember I said my boyfriend, who is now my husband, if it was meant to be, it will be. He's talking about our relationship. Because we broke up 11 times. So you can just see how stuff is. This is from my uncle at our reunion, family reunion. So from 2003 till 2007, this is from me. Don't worry, worship. That was the last thing I wrote in here. It's 2007. Don't worry, worship. All right, so from 2003 to 2007, I just collected quotes from different people, different friends, different things on TV, music, all of that. Art. Oh, just don't even... It's no point right now. All right, so I want to continue this on, but in a whole nother scale. Of course, I will make it beautiful and artistic and all of that. And you're like, open it up, Kelly. Okay, yes, I will. Okay, so this is what it looks like opened up. All right, so you unlatch the key like so. You unwrap him this way. Put that leather to the side. And then you release the beautifulness. All right, so again, it is leather, so I don't think I'm going to do anything with the cover, the opposite cover. I probably could stick something there, but that wouldn't be last. Good and well I'm not doing nothing with this page because I just don't know. So I will probably do something here, but I don't know if you can you even see let me see, So you can see that it has the marks, it's like a linen or something. So I'm going to flip to the back, way back yonder, and see what happens. I didn't bring my gel pens or anything like that. So I'm going to use a whole bunch of different mediums on this page and possibly this page as well to see what's going on. it is very, every page looks different. Like this one has a line going across the front of it and going on the side. This one does too. Again, I'm not necessarily a vintage girl. Like how these are like torn. They are, but the reason why I really wanted it is like it just was so different. And it's not just vintage in a way like, oh, I only can use brown things and brown everything, because I'm not necessarily into the color brown. So it's not my thing, but I'm going to brighten it up. Like I'm about to put these bright colors up in here. Like you ain't see this? Like I'm about to put all of this in there if that works. I'm about to put all of this up in here, and then we got acrylic paint. So I got my acrylic paint. What you saw before, these are acrylic paint markers. These are my cheapo watercolors. You've seen them before. These are my Posca pens, which again are acrylic paint markers. You see my, what you call them? I got my water ready to go. All of that. The only thing I don't have over here right now are my Ink Joy markers, Paper Mate Flare markers, and my I don't think I'll use Sharpie. I do have super tips, and then I have gelatos. So those are the only things that are not over here right now that I plan on trying to test out. So I'll bring them over in a second. So again, I'm going to use this. Let me show you. So it has how many journals? It has one, well, inserts, 2, 3, 4, 5. It has 5 inserts. Each insert is made up of 8 pages. So when you fold that in half, this is 16 pages for me. Okay. What is going on with my hand? Okay. I don't know. So I'm going to show you what's going on with it. So I'm not going to separate it and say, oh, this half is for quotes, and then this half is for movie and whatever. This is for lyrics from songs, and this is for inspirational images and memes. And I'm not doing that. I'm just gonna put stuff in here. So let me start working with. Let me do watercolor first to see how that takes. And I'll be right back. Let me see. And get my gelatos. I'm going across to get my gelatos. And apparently some lotion, because I don't know what happened to my hand. I don't know. I mean, I was doing laundry earlier. And yeah, I did do some laundry by hand. I do wash laundry by hand. All right, let's see. Let's get one gelato. This one and this one. Oops. All right, then we're going to get a marker. Let's get this purple. This fuchsia. All right, so we got those. I don't have a baby wipe to see if the gelatos will really activate. I do have a baby wipe. It is in the bathroom. We keep baby wipes in the bathroom. But let's see if it will do how I like using dry gelato anyway. Let's see what it does. Okay, so we'll see about, now gelatos, what they typically do, make sure I'm on the last page, is blend. Okay, so gelato at least shows up. I think now you can see the different texture though. Okay, so I'm gonna go and try to get a baby wipe eventually and test out if that blends, or does it like break the paper up. Like, I don't know. I'm not saying that when you put this paper in water it's going to dissolve, but I don't know if it's going to blend well. All right, let's just make some marks on the side. With this pen. All right, let's see what the back looking like. Touche. All right, so it can take Paper Mate flares, which makes me feel like it could take super tip markers, which also makes me feel really good. Sorry for shaking the thing. These markers have to be like activated. So these acrylic paint markers, so you have to like shake them. They usually sound like this. I don't know why this one don't make that noise. But this is Posca. These are like the brand of brands. And this is like, I found these on Amazon. And I got all of these for the price of one of these. So I was like, let me buy what is effective, cost effective for right now. All right. I will have to get something so that keeps pages from moving. All right, so that's what I did. Still no bleed through. These are acrylic paint, so if they're acrylic paint, then I know that this acrylic paint is not going to go through it. Because that's exactly what these are. It's like paint, but in a pen form. So, but let's see how you take the watercolor, because that's a whole different beast. And when it says take the watercolor, it's like does like some paper allows watercolor to move, and some paper it just absorbs it. And this being cotton, I'm going to predict that I think it's going to absorb it. I don't know if it's going to allow it to move per se. Let me see. Yeah, see, it's not necessarily going any place except for soaking into that page. So watercolor, not necessarily. What watercolor usually does is it pulls and then it creates like that. You've seen watercolor work. Yeah, and this is not working. So can I watercolor a page, as in let me make this page blue by putting watercolor paint on it? Absolutely. Is it going to be the prettiest? Absolutely not. I would dare to say gelato doesn't look that pretty either on here. I like smushing. Smushing is a thing. I can probably get away with that on here. If I needed to, like, just add some character to the side of the page, then okay. But right now, it's probably just me writing in it. Okay? Writing in it and decorating it with acrylic paint. So, but I can show you, like, I've done some things with acrylic paint that looks really nice. So it's not like, oh, it's so limited. Watercolor is not necessarily it for this page. It's the same thing. I don't use watercolor in my Bless This Mess journal either. That's me trying to put my my cheap watercolor thing back together, and it just won't work. Hold on, let me see my Bless This Mess journal. Okay, so it is summertime. Again, me being a teacher and all, so y'all will see much more of this journal. I'm trying to find, like, so this is acrylic paint. So you can do some things with acrylic paint. Okay, so this is acrylic paint, just the purple and then the hot pink and then all the marks, and then I have the dots from the pens. Okay, so you can work it out. Let me see another one. Okay, so I may add paper to it. We'll see. Okay, so I'm excited about my journal. I'm sad that it won't do watercolor as well, but I can do smushing, because there's nothing like this type of effect. Okay, so that's nice. So I just know, oh, and it does break it down. The water kind of, I don't know if it goes to the other side, but it's doing the thing. It's denting right here. So yeah, watercolor is a no-no to me. I've seen other people, and it might be watercolor like these cheap watercolors, because they're different. Let's see, it's coming up. Because I have seen people watercolor with this journal, and it comes out beautiful. It's just not what it's doing for me, and I think it's because of the watercolors that I have. But I am excited that I can pretty much use everything else. Let me see. Do I want to activate these gelatos? I'll see about that later, because I would have to go run and go find a baby wipe. My babies are older now, so we only keep baby wipes in the bathroom. But so I don't have any on hand right now. Do I? No. I'm looking around. I usually keep one inside of this acrylic paint, but I don't have it. So with a baby wipe, I would move these like this, and it would activate it and blend the colors more. But I don't think I would want to use gelato. This will be more of a, just like my Blessed Mess journal, it'll be more acrylic paint based. But I can use all of my markers also, because I have quite a bit of colors here. But of course I have 100. I'm looking at the super tips. I have 100 super tips. So that's a lot of pinks, a lot of purples, and a lot of blues. So I don't have to be limited to just what I have in my acrylic paint marker stash. So again, I'm excited. I will take you on this journey. I don't know if I will videotape every entry in here. Just like I don't necessarily record every entry in my other journals and planners, but let me know if you would like to see videos of me actually using it, because I am so excited to dive into this summer. And it's very little, so it's like I could do one page, make it dry, boom, move to the next page. It's like it's I feel like I'm gonna be done soon, because I feel like I'm gonna have fun in here. I like the size. My hands are very tiny, so I like the size of it. I can put one quote on here, or I can do a spread and put many quotes on here. Well, this is a seam spread, but like this spread, and do many quotes on here. So again, go ahead and watch other people's videos of their flip through. Like I would search commonplace journal flip through, and you'll see a lot of quotes, a lot of information and knowledge, maybe some memes, some lyrics, things like that, some little art drawings and things like that. So that's what is going to happen in this little journal. Just to do a quick flip through, I said I would show you guys like a top-down table view of my brain dump. This is what it's looked like. I have smile, you are saved, you are beautiful, you are loved, amazing, Christian, brave, strong. All of these words. I have that in the front. It's inspirational for me. And then, what does this say? God Bless This Mess by Kelly Gadsden. I said, oh, for the love of God, or for the love of God title. So this is the title of something that I want to do. Okay. That's other notes from another kit that I've already done. So I just recycled the page, flipped it over, and put this one there. I haven't used this yet. So those are in the front. Then I go into My Life in the Sunshine. And it's talking about, this was about the attributes of God, but I already finished that kit. I mean, what I was going to do with that kit. And so then I wrote a thank you note to God, my prayer. This is me just talking about how my kids are diagnosed with COVID. I wrote some notes about it. Maurice and I was still negative. These were the dates. So I just kept track of the dates that we were testing them and negative and things like that. So that happened in May. Summer plans for 2022. So Bible study, math. This is all the things I want to do with my kids. Take them to Kingsman, go to Levain Bakery, get the chocolate chip cookies that's like that big. The workouts that we plan on doing. I don't know what I was trying to do. Figure out how to write their names in cursive. It's not cute. Kitchen purge. Vacations that we want to go on. Activities that we want to do. This is math for my daughter, my son. My daughters, my son. Places we going to go out to eat. I got to fill that in. This is random Saturday to-dos. What we usually do on Saturday. Dishes. Well, we do dishes all the time. That's why it's at the top. Meal planning, grocery shopping. This is my plans for my deck. So I took this I took this journal to the store and had the measurements on how we were going to do everything. And the deck is out there. You know what? I've never showed y'all like pieces of my home. But I'm really excited about the deck. I'll show you another time because the stuff is kind of, it's covered. All of this is there though. All of this is there. It's covered. My egg chair is actually right here. This love seat is right here, and these two seats are right here. And then this is where I plan on having plants. This ended up being a round table, and it does sit 6 people still. The grub is right here. Everything pretty much laid out the way it is. We do have the fire pit. It's a rectangle fire pit instead of a circle, and we don't have a rug yet. I didn't know that rugs for patios are like, yeah, they're very expensive, so we don't have that yet. This is like the pricing on the U-Haul. My son wrote this to me. Yo, mom, they on. Please tell me where it is, please. Oh, I'm thinking that he's saying his friends are online and I need to tell him where his switch is because I probably hid it from him. Shop sales, like when I'm doing the sale. This is more about the shop. Let me see, post-it notes. My thoughts. Annie, faith journal, fitness, collage, bless this mess. Yeah, so notes from Gollywood girl. So it's little notes, and then this, and then all my extra paper is over here. So my brain dump. This is something easy I keep in my purse. I can take with me pretty much everywhere I go. If I need to jot something down. Sometimes I use my cell phone because I can email something to myself. But if I'm like sitting somewhere, like I took my girls to VR, virtual reality, and being on the phone the whole time, you know, it was there for like 2 hours. You might want to write something. So instead of just scrolling on the internet and stuff like that. So I had my journal, you know, my brain dump journal. So if you want to start something like that, you saw what happened. I put my little tabs on, like I covered it with washi tape. I just covered them. I didn't have to write anything that says shop plans, personal plans. I didn't do all of that. I just covered it so it doesn't say January. So you can use any washi tape to do that, and use the tabs that you like. And I covered the back side of it with a piece of the note paper. So the note paper, I just put some, what's that glue? The glue stick. Use the glue stick and put it all over the back, and then took a piece of paper from my notes and stuck it on there. And then I decorated it with just, you know, you see that. This one has just a piece of washi tape, just a sticker. So, yeah. Hopefully it's something that, you know, you will find useful. If you feel like you will find this useful, again, it is linked below. So you will see this again. Hopefully it'd be, I mean, it's already chunky. That's the thing. It's already chunky. So I don't know. Hopefully it's not like, I don't know. It can't get much bigger. All right. Thank you all for sticking it out with me. This video was way longer than I thought it was going to be. But I was really excited to share this journal with you all. And I'm going to dive into it right now. Think I'm going to stop this video here, and then I'll shoot another video. Like I'm about to just open it up and do it right now. And I know you're probably like, why can't you just do it? It's because I feel like this video is so long. I promise I will upload the next video like right after this one. But I'm about to dive into this journal and see how I use it now that I have explained it. Okay. Bye, people.